Why did I write The Seeker? I wrote The Seeker as a simple guide for anybody out there looking for a way to, number one, uncover their purpose. Identify what is it that out of 400 million sperms God brought you to this earth to deliver. Number two, be able to fine-tune that purpose. Be able to find a way, despite the challenges, the curveballs of life, to work on that gift. And number three, man, I feel blessed today. Just what an awesome and beautiful day to be alive. I hope you're feeling the same way too. See, yesterday, a very good friend of mine called me on WhatsApp. And you know, when you are using WhatsApp to call, there is a profile picture that appears on the call screen. And on his profile picture in that call, on his WhatsApp profile, there was a very poignant message on it. The message read, "Stick to the plan and not your mood." Stick to the plan and not your mood. Don't deviate because of how you feel. Listen, can you imagine how many people, including some of you listening to me today, who have lost opportunities in life, lost businesses, lost even on their destinies and the greatest accomplishments they could accomplish just because they couldn't stick to the plan. Every time they feel one way, they start getting out of the plan. Listen, in this video today, I will be talking to you about the three things I talked about during my book launch. The three things that most human beings desire in their hearts. In fact, I really believe all human beings desire these three things. They might not articulate it, they might not even know that is what they desire, but I'll be sharing with you those three secrets, those three deep desires of every human being. In addition to that, I will also share with you the one thing most human beings regret on their dying bed the most. There are many things different people regret about, but the one thing that is common amongst most human beings that they regret they could have done better with on their dying bed. So if you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to give you all of this information and more. But most importantly, too, over the weekend, 2 days ago on the 15th of March, I did launch my book, my new book, The Seeker. In this book, I poured my heart. It took me 12 years to write this book. In this book, I'm trying to help each and every one be able to become a better version of themselves, but not just by the cliche way, but being able to uncover their purpose, learn how to invest in themselves for self-growth, to invest in assets for profit, and to build a legacy in that process. This book has 11 chapters, deep information. It will be worth your time, worth every penny or dime you're going to spend on this. In the description section of the book, hey, you know what? Click on that description section. You will see a link where you can order your copy of the book. And if you order your copy of the book and you leave a message telling me you ordered your copy from this video, I am going to do one additional thing for you. I am going to sign that copy before they ship it out to you. Let's get into the video now. These three things every human being desire at a very excellent level. Number one, every human being wants to improve themselves and become more valuable and become more impactful in their community. Number two, every human being aspires to use the skills, knowledge, and gifts that has helped them to become better people, to translate some of that into economic resources to take care of themselves, their family, and their community. And number three, most importantly, every human being wants the opportunity to use these two gifts to create a legacy that is lasting forever. You see, on the book launch today, I invited a few of my very close friends to come and say a few words to each and every one of you. These are people I look up to. These are people whose life have inspired me. These are people who've demonstrated a great deal of resilience, of focus, of purpose, of desire to create something that is bigger than them. Because it is said that the greatest of our times are those who plant trees under whose shade they will never sit. Hey guys, have you been wondering how you could chat with me one-on-one just to talk on your aspirations, your career, your business, and the things you might dream about with your life and you would really like to do with your life? I know it's been a challenge because a lot of people have been sending me inbox messages, asking me questions and asking me how they could get to me. That has been answered for you. I've created a one-on-one program where you can actually actually book a time. You look in the link in the description. You can book a time and have a one-on-one conversation with me for 30 minutes for a very small fee. If you look down in the description of this video, you will find that information and go ahead and book a time and let's have a conversation. So the question begs, why did I write The Seeker? I wrote The Seeker as a simple guide for anybody out there looking for a way to, number one, uncover their purpose. Identify what is it that out of 400 million sperms, God brought you to this earth to deliver. Number two, be able to fine-tune that purpose. Be able to find a way, despite the challenges, the curveballs of life, to work on that gift. And number three, when the story of your life is going to be told, it's going to be a story of a great legacy, of a name that will never be forgotten, of an impact that goes across the entire world. Yes, Mr. Mufo mentioned this is the first of, by God's grace, 25 to 30 books I'm going to write in my lifetime if I stay long enough. It took me years to get to that decision, to get to that position. But the one thing that helped guide my decision in that whole process was simple. I read a book by this lady, and she was a hospice nurse. I forget her name. And she spent 35 years working with people on their dying bed. And in that process, she interviewed a lot of these people. And after doing that, she culminated all of that information into a book and tried to identify some of the 5 key things that human beings have regret on when they are passing out of this world. And to your greatest dismay, the most important thing that appeared the most across the board was being able to find a way to chase their dreams and their true heart's desires more. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me submit to you. It was never about anything material. It was never about the size of any house, car, or anything they might have missed traveling or anything like that. It was about being able to pursue what it is that God laid in their hearts. So as I'm speaking to you today, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking this step. It is courageous. It is not easy. But I hope that the book, My Seeker, will be a guide to you. It will be a light to illuminate your path. It will be an inspiration for you to look up to when you feel those moments of fear and weakness. I shared yesterday doing a live call, and I want to share it again today. There is a very simple prayer I pray over the 3 daughters I have and all the children of the family and friends I know whenever I meet them. I put my hand over their head and I say very simply, I say, God bless them, protect them, open the eyes of their spirit to identify their gift and their purpose in this life, and give them the courage to pursue that. Because when it's all said and done, it will never ever be about the days of your life, but about the life in your days. My dear friends, I want to thank Mr. Kingsley Pongong. I want to thank Achu. I want to thank Pastor Ajimo. I want to thank Mr. Beya Leonard Bruce, my friend, my great friend, my mentor. I want to thank Honorable Njoya. I want to thank my little sister, Simone Pondo, all the way from Douala. These people dedicated some time to want to share their own lives and things that can help us on this call. But most importantly, I certainly want to thank my family for the great support. I want to thank my sisters. I want to thank all my friends. But more than anything else, I want to thank each and every one of you on this call, because you're joining this probably because of something that I mean to you. And I pray, and I want to let you know that you mean equally as important to me. Everything I've ever shared with you has defined a lot about my life. And today, on the beginning of this journey, on the beginning of this momentous celebration, on the beginning of a new history in my life, my prayer for you too is that as you leave this call today, you'll find it in your heart, you'll find it in your spirit to go and work on uncovering your purpose, fine-tuning it and unleashing that. And if nothing else, I will see you at the top. Thank you.